Hi guys, we're gonna talk about some mud today, and after this I'm gonna show you something else about the united architectural style that we have. So this is a picture of a Troy which was buried in the mud and was digging out digging up or something like that uh, from this ground, and it's pretty uh, huge amount of job done by those guys. And you see, this is a Russian guy was stuck in the mud, so they had to like bring an excavator to dig him out of this, crazy thing, because it's a huge deal to get out of this. It's probably impossible without any kind of help, because you may get stuck and you just die in a couple of hours or days or something like that, because you falling down and drowning in this mud while you move it, and you cannot just get out of there by yourself. You've probably seen this on YouTube, but I'm gonna show it for a little more time so you can understand how hard it is. And that's why when I show those cities and those towns with these ground floors and first floors stuck in the ground and buried in the ground, I mean this type of mud, that it was flooded everywhere and just dried out and became what it is right now. And all those first floors and ground floors were stuck, just like this guy. And when this thing dries out, you can't do anything. You're just stuck like in the concrete. So he eventually got out, I think. Okay, this is that was the only way to get him out, you know. Okay, what I'm gonna show next is the United Giant style. And first of all, I'm gonna start from this. I've tried to talk about this on one video before, and it's United architectural style. So this is St. Petersburg, and some other towns. You see those star-shaped towns everywhere, and they probably were founded on those forts. And in the center of the fort there was a gas station or something like that. So it was a gas well, and they piped the gas out of this well. So and then they just built a town around it, so they can live and have energy. And because the gas energy is pretty ecological, it can give you heat, it can give you energy, electricity, and everything. Those gas lamps, you can just enlighten every area in this town for free, because the gas is just a byproduct of this gas piping situation. And those towns were everywhere. Okay, and so if you see, why are you so sure on this one? Like, this is a plan of the Italian town Turin, like Turin or something like that. And you see this type of star-shaped base of a fort or something like that, and a town inside. And this is the plan of this town. And there's another one, more like a 3D one, something like that. See this water by all the length of this wall surrounding this town, and the star shape of those fortifications and defense buildings. Okay, and look how it looks today. No sign of these star fortresses, nothing. It's just all ruined. Okay, the next one is Strasbourg. Is a Belgian town or something like that. See this? Star-shaped city. Okay, there's another one. Why did they call it Argentina? I don't know, but maybe it's related to some, something else. So we gotta find it out sometimes else. But look at the Strasbourg town. It's a star-shaped, and right now there's probably no sign of those star-shaped bays. Only the church left and some, canals, and that's it. Look at this plan of Strasbourg. No sign of the star fortresses, probably in visual contact. So this is Antwerpen map. It's Holland or Netherlands. You can see those star fortresses, stuff like that. Okay, there's another kind of map. You see those star-based architectural lines. Okay, and look at it now. Look at it now. We have those signs of those forts, but they are ruined. But still we can distinguish them, maybe define or something like that. Okay, so this one is Moscow, which I am presently living in. Yeah, it's pretty fortress and kind of star shape. Maybe this is not the whole plan of the city. Maybe just the central part or something like that, because Moscow is a lot bigger. It has satellite towns, and so maybe it's like a central one. And this is a Kiev. It's modern Ukraine, and not that far ago it was a Russian town. Okay, look what's left in Kiev. Something is still left. And there's another one. It's a plan of some town. Look what's left. Okay, there's another one. It's Ismail in Odessa district. There's another one. That's his plan. There's some town. And this is Stanovoye in Russia. Look what it was. And we can find a whole bunch of this right near this fortress. Coincidence? Maybe. This is near Omsk, where I was born. You see this fortress? And you see this one. It's a pretty huge one. Coincidence? I don't think so. Well, let's talk about architecture, and I'm gonna show you pretty fast. I'm gonna show you those different pictures from all over the world. Probably you wonder what towns are those towns, but I didn't. I think it's not a very good idea to pronounce and say the name of every town right now. But believe me, guys, you can search it on Google while Google like ancient architectural style, and you're gonna find those pictures everywhere. It's like Buenos Aires, Mexico, Thailand, Japan. But I'm gonna show you those pictures, and let's pretend those pictures are the pictures of the houses in one city, one big city, okay? And we just kind of compare, although are they matching the unique style of the city or not, okay? Let's pretend those buildings are in one city. They call it antique style, something like that, but it's pretty same everywhere. It's like two, two, 5 or 6 floors maximum buildings. Sometimes it's even higher than that, but sometimes mm, it's about 3 to 4 floors or something like that. So on average, it's a three floor building. And what is common, we can see those huge doors and huge first floors everywhere. This is Tehran in Iran. Hanoi, it's Vietnam. Saigon in Vietnam. That's Malaysia or some Indonesia, something like that. It's a whole bunch of Asian ones. If you think it's a European town, you're wrong. It's Shanghai, China, one of the hugest towns in the world right now. But it looks like a European town. This is Japan. This is Japan, Singapore, Calcutta, England, in India. And this is picture of let's read, entry of Prince of Wales into Calcutta. Entry. What is it? Entry. It's like when they conquer a town, they enter it with a march of the winners, and they march into the town. And look, the buildings are the same style. Look at this one. It looks like a church. They could not build it so fast because they just entered the town. It was already built. That's Russia. I don't know this one, but it's a pretty famous one. It's Argentina, maybe. Yeah, it has a flag of Argentina here. But it looks like a United States building, right? Or a Roman one. That's Omsk. It's pretty the same, like colonial style, something like that. Look at these colonial soldiers or guys marching in the United States. It's the United States. Melbourne, Australia. That's in fact what's left after French and British troops entered this town. That's what's left. So I guess they didn't build it. Look at the doors, they're huge everywhere. Okay, this is famous Palmyra in Syria. It's about back. That's Russia. It's I don't know what's this, but they're pretty the same, you see? It's everywhere. And those residential areas, they're stuck with those buildings. Whole bunch of them, same style. Everywhere. Those huge palaces, those residential areas. It's all done in the same style. And most of them buildings are just ruined. Some of them are left. And you can watch them. That's Moscow, Russia. That's St. Petersburg. That's Crimea. Havana. Turkey. Look at this gate. Isn't it splendid? I'd like to live in a house like that. Okay, so I think we're getting clear that everywhere, even in La Calma, Asunción, Paraguay, or Uruguay, or whatever in South America, you can find those buildings. And even if a war ruins some of them are still left. And it's the same style, same architectural and cultural significant root. Okay, if you think it's India, you're right, because it is India, but I guess you didn't think it was India. Okay, Tehran, Japan, Japan again, India, Dallas, Texas, and the rest of the world. Look at this one. São Paulo, Brazil. Now it's a Museu de Independência, which Museum of Independence. Independence from whom? Guess empire? Taiwan, Japan again. Okay, I think we're pretty clear on that, and that's a whole bunch of evidence in the web, so you can go ahead and check it out. You can write me comments and ask me questions, and I'll be right back and answer. So, let's resume this, finalize this video. So my point of view is that if those star fortresses are destroyed, the architecture still left somewhere, and we can check it out. And it's all flooded with mud to the first floor. Where it's not clear, you can check it out. Where it's clear to you, you cannot, because it's clear. So we have those examples too, when they cleared all the streets and stuff like that. But mostly they couldn't clear that because of the fact I showed you in the beginning of this video, because it's pretty hard to mobilize anybody after this kind of mud flood. You cannot do that. And if it's a nuclear war or some attack of the enemy, you probably couldn't have done it in that case too, because it's impossible, because everyone is shooting everyone. It's a war. Okay, so looking forward for you guys to ask questions, because it's pretty hard to understand how do you react on this, and write comments and share so everybody can see and watch this information. Okay, so bye.